All right, guys.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. It's me, your host, Aaron Shin. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Celine Chung.
Hi.
Our sound engineer, Jay.
Hi.
And Chris, the formerly full-time employee, can't make it today.
Yeah.
So we're joined by his replacement, essentially, James Chung, everyone.
Thank you.
Hi,
Nice.
James.
Glad to be here. I hope this
Yeah.
is sort of my audition of sorts.
It
so.
definitely
Kind
is.
of, yeah.
And look, I'm smitten.
Aaron's already smitten, yeah.
Like, this guy has things to say.
Aaron has already said things about Chris.
that we're never going to put on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying I have a lot of thoughts about every topic tonight.
Well, so
Yeah.
James, you were actually saying just now that you listened to the last episode where we talked about open relationships. I just want to hear real quick, what's your hot take on open relationships?
So for me, it comes from this place where one of my closest friends, he's in an open relationship at the moment. And
In Korea?
In Korea. And what I find is really interesting and really valuable, to be honest, is like the fact that to do it properly, you want to have like really strong communication between
With
the
your
two
partner?
partners. Yeah. I mean, it's in reality, it's about like having really honest, open communication.
Well, here's the question then. Like, you're close with this friend, or you talk to him about this.
Very close.
Is his girlfriend or wife?
Partner.
Is she out there banging other people, like on the reg? Is he also banging other people on the reg? Like, how often are they getting sexual gratification from others?
You know, it's more that the option is there, right? When it strikes. But I know for my friend in particular, I don't know how much he takes advantage of the fact, but he knows that, let's say he wants to flirt with someone at a bar. It's
Even
not
doing
gonna
something like that, right?
It's not
Just
a big
flirting.
deal.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal, right?
I want to guess who it is, but I feel like I don't want to
See,
put this on.
yours was a bit different because you're like, I think they kept wanting to fuck me.
Oh,
And I was like, that's not,
Yeah.
I don't know that that's where it goes. By the way, which goes to say,
work like
not to, like, somewhat recently, I was invited to a group sex
No way.
thing, yeah.
that's tea. You should have led with that.
Oh, that is fucking
And-
sick.
What are you
And you
talking
said no?
about?
It
Wait,
was-
wait. You were invited to a party, or you were invited by a couple?
It was basically like this girl I knew was leaving Korea and she wanted to have like a going away party. And then by the end of the night, there was like some sort of game in which, you know, it's sort of like strip poker, but something with like some other, you know, it wasn't poker.
Okay.
And
Group of people playing.
and everyone's naked but me.
Oh,
And then the girl's
I
like,
see.
honestly, I wanna have a threesome.
Whoa. Okay, wait. The fellow person in the room, guy or girl?
It was a girl and a guy, so
Okay.
two dudes, right?
Got it.
And everyone's everyone's disrobed except me because I kept winning, which is apparently losing. I'm too good at this game apparently. And then eventually she reveals like, honestly, I just want to have a threesome.
And you just kind of, in the moment, you couldn't make the decision.
For
I
me,
guess.
it was like, you know, I mean, I'm not in a relationship, so it doesn't matter. And also, it's kind of a funny
I mean,
situation.
it's a lot, yeah.
It's kind of a funny situation. So like that's the only, like, for me, like a good story, that's when I'll say yes to something where I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
right? But I think when it comes to group sex, like people that do it regularly, there is a sort of like understanding of boundaries and stuff. I think
Yeah.
some of the last podcast was like, I just don't want to have a dick in my mouth or something. I'm like, I think you can draw those boundaries.
Yeah, for sure.
You
for
can draw.
sure,
You're allowed
yeah.
to draw the. You maintain agency.
No, for sure. I'm just looking at the list of things that we could possibly talk about.
Well, we kind of have like, it's like there's a segue into, you know,
Yeah, sure.
some
Well-
sex and romance.
yeah.
Like the fact that Valentine's Day is coming up in 2 weeks.
right?
You
Are you
know?
excited, Celine?
Why would I be excited?
I don't know,
Are
maybe.
you excited?
Babe, are we excited for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, what's everyone doing?
We are trying to get plans at a nice restaurant, and it's
Yeah.
not working because I basically didn't make an initiative.
dropped the ball on
yeah, I
that,
kind of dropped
I
the ball
think.
on that.
Yeah, it's like trying to get a
Damn.
reservation in Seoul right now at any restaurant during like a normal day is impossible.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine.
Yeah,
for
and also I don't
Valentine's
know.
Day.
I'm not a big Valentine's Day guy. You know?
Yeah. Well, you guys all know my stance on like freaking Christmas.
Yeah.
So.
You
No,
hate
I don't.
cheer. She hates. So Celine hates
No, that's
cheer,
not true.
and she
That's-
hates the happiness of others.
No, that is really spreading rumors, and that's not true.
Defend
at
yourself,
all.
Celine.
That's not at all what it is. But I genuinely don't care about holidays.
Yeah.
Not in the sense that, oh, like Valentine's Day is bullshit. I actually think like that's an amazing day to celebrate love,
Yeah.
you know? Go out for dinner, do whatever you want.
You know, I personally think
But
every day is the great day to celebrate love.
But also, the reason why I don't like holidays is because they're literally one day. And it's like, there's so much fanfare around those one days.
Well, you know, maybe
When-
I can answer this question for you, Sells.
Yeah.
But do you think that you're a romantic person or that you respond well to romantic gestures? Because I don't think you are, and
Yeah.
you do either.
Romance makes me cringe.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to like romanticize romance,
Yeah.
but
also romance in the traditional way, right? Like I don't like chocolates and flowers. Like that's always made me cringe. I'm not a words person. I don't know how to like express my love that well. I'm a little bit awkward when I do it, and it always has to come in the form of like a letter or something where I write
Have
it
you
out.
said I love you to a boyfriend before?
But no. Honestly, I don't even say I love you to my family. I will when we're leaving or when it's a special day or something like that, but I'm not throwing around I love you.
You know, that's so
It's just
funny
not
because,
something I have to
like,
say.
some people I've met, like my friends especially, some of them are so good at saying I love you to their parents and their siblings.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never say, like, my sister and I are trying to say that more often, like when we're off a call or
Well,
something.
yeah, that's
but growing
also-
up, we never said it to each other,
Right.
ever.
That's also because you realize like the people around you, not everyone is like that. You say I love you to the people who need to hear that, you know?
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
And then so I do say that to like I have a couple friends I say I love you to. Like every time we get off the phone, it's like I love you, or like she'll text me I love you, like thinking of you, I love
Yeah.
you. So I'll just say it back.
Yeah.
Even though I do obviously love her.
Right.
But it's not something I just casually throw out there or say.
Not a romantic person. James, are you a romantic person?
you know, in I
black
think it's
and white.
ancient Greece. It might be ancient Rome, not sure, but they have about I think 7 types of love.
Yes.
So what it is our vocabulary
Yes.
for love is lacking.
It's so limited. It's so limited and black and white.
Ask me if I have anything going on for Valentine's Day.
What do you got going on for Valentine's Day?
Celine, do you have anything going on for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't have anything going on.
I literally have work. That's what it is.
You got anything going on after work?
Like nothing that can happen before 9 p.m.
Hey, what's the deal with boxers that don't have holes for your dick?
I have no idea.
But you know what I'm talking about, Cells?
I mean, I know there are those two different kinds of boxers, but
There's
like
way
it never
more.
I mean,
occurred.
there's a few types. of
Really?
boxers,
But it
yeah.
never occurred to me that like it matters much. But then I think that's how men feel about like what's the difference between a boy short and a bikini brief?
You know, I only use the kind that it's like a flap that opens up all the way. It's best access.
Well, yeah, with like buttons, like you have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's the kinds with buttons, and then there's ones that are just like just like
exactly
overlapping fabric.
like two
and you have to
partitions.
maze your
Yeah,
dick
yeah.
out of there.
Does anyone ever use that?
I have some, and the underwear itself is great.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said that
Yeah.
like in with a hint of incredulity, and
Yeah.
I'm confused now because I only use boxers that have little partitions for my dick to peek out. You don't,
Never.
But you have a no. You're just a fully.
bro.
You know,
I've
like,
got some underwear that I want to give
the
to
kind,
you.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
all of my underwear has the dick hole. I never use the dick
Oh,
hole.
you never
Wait,
never
why do you
it.
bother
Yeah.
getting the dick hole version?
Wait. No.
Because I didn't know that there
It
existed.
breaks your strut.
a
I'll show you my
non-dick hole
underwear
version.
after
Yeah.
this.
But
I
does that
chose
mean
one
that
to-
you're at the urinal and then
Yeah.
you unbutton, zip, and then you kind of just everything folds down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I pee like that too. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
okay. Yeah.
But there are times
if there's a button, I'm using the button.
Yeah.
If it's the overlapping fabric where I have to like labyrinth my way out and unleash the Minotaur, then
What's a minotaur?
Oh, God,
no,
what
it's
is
a it's an
It's like a
old
bull-
mythology
yeah.
Like a-
reference.
It's like in the middle of the
Like a
labyrinth.
centaur?
There's like a minotaur in the middle of the labyrinth.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why we're talking about.
Monster,
Sorry, I
yeah.
didn't mean to interrupt. Unleash the minotaur, as it were.
At which point, there's a 50% chance I'll just go over the strap.
So basically, Aaron's saying like he got a bunch of boxers that don't have the holes.
Yeah.
and
So I have
it's a
boxers
dilemma.
from literally 8 years ago that
I mean,
have
same.
holes in them.
I have my first thong that I ever bought, and I still wear it like as like one of it's like in my rotation.
It's in the rotation.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
in the rotation.
And so like Taehyun was like, "Oh my god, that's gross. You have like holes in it. You're a grown man." So we went out and bought some underwear, and I came home, opened them, and they didn't have dick holes. So I just didn't wear them. So Jay, if you want some free underwear, bro, I only wore
fits your
one.
peeing style.
I wore one once, and I really stretched it out for you, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, wait, can we? So, have you ever like intentionally let the top, like the back of your thong out of your like pants?
No, I never.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
that's
you
hot
wouldn't
now.
necessarily hide it if it were poking out and
It
you knew.
depends where I am. If I'm here, of course I would hide it.
Yeah, but you're
like,
you're in like Malibu.
If I'm like out, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, let it out.
Hell yeah.
Let
See,
it
wait,
out.
what was your Valentine's plans again?
Inappropriate.
All right. Well, speaking of inappropriate, I was on Reddit earlier reading some confessions.
Yeah.
I want to actually
I'm always
show
on
you guys
Reddit.
a few. I'm never on Reddit. I'm like disturbed.
Well,
by
like I don't have the app,
internet.
but like when I want to search something, I'll search something Reddit. So I can.
I'm
Right.
constantly on Reddit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever do the confessions subreddit? Ever like?
I'm on.
peruse that?
I've been on. I'm not. I've perused confessions.
Okay.
Is that where people just tell their truths?
Yeah,
about,
pretty much.
Like,
Honestly,
scandalous
can I say something?
secrets?
When I first came to Korea, I didn't know anybody. So a lot of my friends I met through Reddit.
What?
There's like
That
a
is
Reddit community.
Weird.
Here?
Yeah.
And they're all weirdos, huh?
No. They're cool. They're cool. There are weirdos. Like I'm not gonna lie about that fact, but like there's a lot of like very cool people.
Okay.
As funny and rife with comedy that bit could be, I agree with James. Like
Okay.
most people I've met in Korea are pretty interesting, cool people. And I met a lot of them through like Restaurant Buzz Seoul. You know what I mean? Which is like
Yeah.
it's like one step removed from Reddit. It's essentially
So it's like, well, there's a lot of overlap too,
Yeah.
right? But anyways, like that's how I met a lot of my like first friends, and I'm still friends with a good lot
name
of
your
them.
first 3 friends in Korea, James.
I mean, like the first three people that I knew, there was like one girl that I went to like part of high school. We ended up at the same university, and then we both ended up moving to LA, and then we were both in Korea. But she was originally like an SIS or SFS student or something.
She was an international school.
Yeah, so she
student.
was back and forth growing up.
Okay.
And so when I first moved to Korea, we had been just in the same geographic location for a long time. We're very different people. She's great though, but we kept trying to hang out because
What's her name?
Yeah, if she's SFS, we would know her. But if she's SIS, then probably not.
her name's Gloria Patterson. Edit this out.
Gloria Patterson.
Wait, I would definitely
bleep
know
it
her,
out.
but I don't know her. So I
Wait,
don't.
so
we don't know
is she
her.
half Korean or is she?
SIS.
No, so
Yeah.
her I found actually. So I was curious. I was like, Gloria, you're, like, why is your last name Patterson? She was like, oh, my dad was adopted, but he's Korean.
Oh, interesting.
I just looked her up on Facebook, and I never use Facebook. And then I'm just like scrolling through.
Well,
my
anyway,
friends.
as I was saying,
Wait, did you
10
have mutual
minutes ago-
friends?
Yeah, 16.
Whoa.
But I've never even seen her.
Well,
so I
let's
don't
see
know.
her. Pull up her picture.
Later. We can do that.
So I was on Reddit Confessions earlier, and I read this one that was so outlandish. It's Reddit, so
That's
half
probably
of the people
fake,
on
right?
it are liars, right?
Right,
And I'm gonna
right.
read it out to you guys because it's like it just kind of hits a lot of notches of what makes this subreddit so interesting. I'd say. So the title is. My twin brother and I sucked each other off many times through most of our adolescent years, and I miss it.
I don't want to
Okay.
hear that.
Well,
I thought you said you can handle gruesome things.
That is, yeah, but
And you said you're still not shocked by a lot of things either.
yeah, but
a
like
different side of Celine's coming out.
incest
It is a line.
really bothers.
It's a little bit of a line.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I understand.
But yeah, Aaron, I immediately have an image in my mind. I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that people are saying.
Well, you know what's
on-
funny? I'm not going to
Reddit
read like the
Confessions.
body of it, but
Yeah.
there was a famous short story writer,
Shel Silverstein.
Raymond Carver.
Yeah, but Raymond
yeah.
Carver was gay with his brother. It's been documented. He wrote about it. Yeah, they had this weird sexual
Biological?
relationship. Shout out to Raymond Carver.
Damn, I
Really
didn't know
paving
that.
the way for
I'm
all
gonna Google that afterwards.
twincest. Well, I mean, twincest is a real thing, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, incest is a real thing.
Yeah. But like twincest is like it
Yeah.
happens, and also like you're right. Like you're right. This is very taboo and disturbing. But
No, but
guys, we're moving off Reddit confessions. Should we go into the improv stuff or should we? Oh wait. You had some juicy goss, James, when you came
kept
in.
saying he has gossip.
It's not. I won't call it gossip. This is news. It's news.
Okay.
So So I run the improv group in Seoul,
Right.
and we were recently reached out by. Do you guys know the Property Brothers?
Yeah.
The production company.
Talk about twincest. Yeah, those guys are definitely sucking each other's dicks.
I can't condone that because of my announcement. The production company that is the Property Brothers. They reached out to us about doing a possibly developing a docuseries.
About Seoul City Improv.
Possibly, yeah.
Whoa, wait, how did that come to your doorstep?
So
That's an amazing
we take
opportunity.
I have made put a lot of effort into making our group look very like polished online for as much as we can.
Yeah.
But they came across us, and they had been looking to develop a series on expats somewhere.
Cool.
And I think combined with the fact that Korea is like pretty hot right now in terms of like content.
Is it?
Yeah.
So
Singles
you
Inferno.
kind of talked about this in the other episode where you're like, I fucking hate
Parasite.
Emily in Paris.
Wait,
They
Seoul's
mentioned,
like hot right now?
Korea is hot.
on.
We got. Well, you're gonna get out of here. I just being facetious, and you know what? I'm very vulnerable. No, but they reached out to us, and I had a call with the guy. Nice guy.
Awesome.
But he's gonna. We found out that international content really works. You guys know.
So this would be like YouTube. Or
No, it'd be like Netflix or like a TV show or like the Oprah Winfrey Network or something, right?
Damn, OWN.
You
I
mean
love
the fucking
some
O network?
Yeah, the OWN network.
No, so like they developed for that. They had one of their shows. They just had like Gwyneth Paltrow on it. Like they're kind of big.
Yeah.
And
Would they be paying you?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah,
me?
right?
This is a
Yeah,
job.
yeah, it's a job.
But actually, the funny thing was, he's like, do any of you guys live together? And I immediately was like, this guy wants like some sort of like hype house or some sort of
I
like
see.
reality TV show.
right,
Big Brother
yeah,
thing.
Sure,
right,
where
right.
we're pumping
And
out
I was like,
content.
honestly, I'm sorry. People in Korea, like, there's not a lot of people with roommates,
Yeah.
right?
So true.
And he's like, well, because something like, Terrace House is really popular. I mean, he's like comparing it to all these shows. And I'm like, yo, that'd be so crazy to do it in Korea.
You should.
though.
Wait, first
Then
of all,
just like,
rent out a
rent out a
house.
house and like,
Yeah.
I can live with
Oh,
someone.
100%.
Yeah.
wait, James, also you do live with two of your
Wait, yeah, you have two roommates.
and they're both like really
Who
interesting
are-
people that would
Right.
you, Nancy, and Matt could have a reality.
I brought that up.
100%.
But I mean, he has an angle he wants to support. I just sort of like dropped seeds into his head to say,
And by
That's
seeds,
so
you
cool.
mean
coming to you possibly, in the future.
Oh, I love that was
I really
the-
can't see the show popping off unless we recruit some fucking hot ass people.
No,
like
dude,
we
good-
need like winners, like we need like BTS type of guys.
You think? I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know.
no.
I don't think necessarily.
People relate better
to
to
funny. To funny.
you guys ever seen
no,
Impractical
people
Jokers?
relate more to
Oh, I love
funny.
Impractical Jokers.
Those are not good looking dudes.
No, they're not.
And they're not even that funny.
But they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like
But
they
I mean,
have a
like,
good chemistry.
you can
Yeah.
make that
People relate
work.
a lot more to funny, I
No,
think.
you know what?
That's
Right
true.
now,
in terms of reality TV.
right now, the thing is like having really hot people. But I think that meta will change, as to say, like that sort of like that's
Yeah,
gonna
because
pass.
in the future we're
Yeah.
all gonna have avatars on our faces
Yeah,
and
everyone's
stuff
gonna be
anyway.
hot.
Also-
Everyone's gonna be Drake and Rihanna. That's what I
Also,
think.
like you don't want to see like a really hot, like a bunch of really hot people doing comedy. It's not
No,
as funny.
it doesn't work. No, it really doesn't.
I'm such a sexist person,
In my
but for me
opinion.
it works.
It
Yeah,
doesn't- it
works
does
for
not
me.
do
Name
anything
one.
for me.
Who's the funniest, really attractive
There's
person?
no such thing as a funny
Well-
hot person. No, there's such thing as funny hot women. I don't think
Here's
it's more
what it
so
is.
for men.
Here's what it is.
This
I
is
think
true.
for men, ugly men develop humor as a sort of tool.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is that if there was a hot ass guy who was also fucking funny, that I wouldn't mind that. Obviously, like the funniest comedians are not as attractive.
Yeah, yeah.
With
No, there
women,
are, but
though-
you'll never be known for being funny.
I see
Yeah,
what you're saying. But like
exactly.
someone like Nikki Glaser, like I
I
really
love
I
her,
love her
yeah.
comedy, and I think she's actually really pretty. You know, like
She is.
Sarah
but she's,
Silverman.
Sarah Silverman's really pretty too.
Right,
Until
so all
she starts
these
talking.
women are attractive.
She's got some decent bits.
Oh, she's got great bits.
So
I'm just
all
saying,
these
like
women
her
are
voice
attractive,
and
right?
Yeah, they're
like there's
cute.
something about them that's attractive and.
Yeah.
Honestly, for me,
not to everyone though.
For
I
me,
think to
like
you guys maybe, but
being funny is like one of the most attractive traits.
Yes, I agree. I mean, that's how I got this one to stick around so long.
but
I thought it was the other way around, but then I was like, I guess you're not that funny.
I said this to Jaehyun today. She's getting way funnier and more
Because of
confident.
you?
And I was like, yo, the best improv teacher is me, right?
Oh my god.
No, because I took her to improv. Well, to circle back
Jay was
to
always
what
like
James was
that.
talking
It just
about.
can't. It comes out in your relationship.
Jay's really goofy inherently. She's a goofy person. But going back to what James was saying earlier, first of all, that's so exciting for you and the show
Yeah, that's
and
so
everything with the
fucking
improv group. The way that I got closer to James was through improv. Like I started going to improv, fucking love it. I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow. Sorry, buddy. But I'm going to go next week, the day before Valentine's Day.
Follow your heart. I will say our group will change a lot between now and then.
Sure.
I mean, like we didn't know what kind of angle they had, right? I wasn't sure if it was like they have a concept that they really want to sell on us, or if they're just putting out feelers. Are they like, do they have like a whole thing set up? What's the deal? Regardless of that fact, and it is sort of like they're just trying to figure out what's going to work or whatever. I think that, I mean, at least.
But I'm sure they want you to have the ideas. Like, I feel like they don't have enough people on the ground here to know what might work. So that's why they're tapping you, right?
I mean, like, I think in reality, in terms of developing, they're going to figure it out organically, I think.
Yeah.
They just want to know that there are cool and interesting people in
Yeah,
Korea
for
doing
sure.
improv. So I'm hoping we have, we have a strong group of interesting people. And more are constantly coming, and between now and whenever that happens in the future, whatever happens on the show can change, right?
I see.
But with that said, I don't know what it'll look like. I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens. I mean, it's a low
Yeah.
stakes for me. This is like it was a very weird email to
wait.
get.
So has the production company then said, we're ready to meet up with you in May. We're bringing X amount of people.
No. It's so early.
So it's still in the very nascent
Yeah, that's why I'm not
phases.
even announcing this to anyone,
Yeah,
right? I mean, honestly, to be completely frank, I have my own like personal skepticism about like how this could turn out. But that's not my job right now.
Right.
But and at this point, like just pursuing it in a sort of low stakes way. And like seeing where it could go. I think at the very least, it's just a very funny and interesting circumstance to be put in.
I think that they could sell it to like A&E. Like after this episode of Hoarders.
Or the next Singles
Funny
Inferno.
Korean people?
Which,
Yeah,
by
we're
the way,
next
he
Singles
brought
Inferno.
up Singles Inferno.
Of course he did. Well, because Singles Inferno was,
So big.
A massive hit.
a massive hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not a lot of Asian countries Korea's position is so interestingly because the show was very conservative in many ways, but also so progressive and sexy in non-Asian ways. So,
In terms of Korean reality TV show, I think it was very provocative.
but it was also so fucking conservative. Like I was just like, show us a little bit of nipple, or like someone like put your head under the cover and start slurping away. Like we need something to look
Wow,
forward
is it
to.
Aaron wanted to?
I grew up on the real world and like this shit where like
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
used to seeing
I know,
like
I know.
or hearing weird shit,
I will say, in terms of they need ideally English language content, but based out of Korea,
Yeah.
and there aren't a lot of like
There aren't, yeah, there
places you
actually-
can reach out to be like, let's
Yeah.
try to at least figure out how this could be developed into a thing. There aren't a lot of places where you can do that,
Yeah.
and that we can definitely offer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Well, I really hope it pans out, not just
If
for
you keep coming, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron might be in this.
I don't want to jinx anything, but
That's
I
true.
would be really good on that show.
Yeah. You would. Aaron's like,
I'm just
would
saying, I
be
can't put in
really
people
good.
that aren't coming to improv, and I don't mean to be like, Aaron, I needed you to come to
No,
improv.
what you're
more.
doing is that it's like
I'm just saying, like,
this is like a
we get
school
cool
club.
opportunities.
It's like a club. It's like
And-
you have to show up to like X amount of meetings
Yeah,
per
yeah,
semester
yeah.
to like
No,
get on.
I would
your
love.
friends.
I would
Yeah.
love if there's like an actual show. It's all fabricated. We just get like really like just like the best like looking or like most interesting people.
Like we hold like a secret talent show. of
but at the
comedians.
at the end of the day,
Change
I'll
your
never
face.
tell you if the guy's like, oh, we can't pursue this concept anymore.
Yeah, just keep coming. Hey, James.
Whatever we
Hey,
say.
James.
Just it's like a forever
Where's the
carrot on
camera
a
crew,
stick.
James? Wait, should we do like a fun improv exercise just for shits and giggles?
I mean, I don't know what that would entail. Ask James.
You want to do an example together first?
Sure. Yeah. Pitch us a scenario.
Like just like a word or a location. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so we heard circus from the audience. Mm-hmm. James, you want to go first, or should I go first?
It's up to you. Yeah, you can go first.
The elephant stepped on my balls.
Listen, ma'am, if you show up to our show and expose yourself, why do you have balls? Sorry, this is awful. Why did you bring that? Why would you say balls on the first line?
Wait, why is that bad? See, I don't
so
know.
bad.
No, okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Why is it bad to say balls in the first line?
My line was bad.
No,
Really?
it's not to say. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is me being very like because I'm not. I don't like to put it this directly when I'm like leading improv, but having done improv for like 14 years.
Yeah.
If you there are only so many ways to incorporate the word balls, dick.
Oh,
True.
those kinds
Like,
of words.
poop,
And it's true.
In the first line, that's
Because,
like
like, I've
really
learned-
revolutionary
I
and
see, I see.
interesting.
No.
I've heard every form of
Sure.
every dirty joke.
And I've learned a lot about my own humor when I'm doing improv because I'm like, oh, you can't resort to these like
Yeah.
one-liner kind of like just to get like a titter. You need to carry a scene, right?
Yeah.
So we'll try that one more time. I got a better one, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the circus. Excuse me, mister. These peanuts taste funny.
Hey, kiddo, that's what peanuts taste like. I don't know what your parents been feeding you.
Cum.
Yeah, and that.
It tastes like cum. Yeah, okay.
Nothing's changed. Nothing's
Yeah,
changed.
yeah.
Damn it.
Everything is.
Also, when you said peanuts, it was very similar to penis. So it's kind of hard to tell. Like,
Peanuts.
are you?
I
Peanuts
think
taste weird.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at improv. I'm getting cut from the show.
Aaron will never make it
this was the
on the
audition.
Netflix special.
Damn it. It's like
You'll
my
never make
SNL audition. I just call my mom. Lauren hated me.
Honestly, it's hard to do 3-line scenes that are like really interesting.
No, for sure.
But especially to newer improvisers, I have to constantly stress like, don't go for like I have to go to the bathroom or like I shat my pants or I'm gonna go use the toilet or like
Yeah, it's basically like what we would think is funny in like a skit in like 5th grade, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's
Or
like,
it's like-
yeah, it's like things that you would like. If someone was like, okay, the worst is when someone's like, I was the funny kid, I was the class clown in growing up or something like that. Often, not always, because I grew up with people that were
doesn't always
verifiably that
translate.
way. Yeah, I grew up with
Or I
people
mean,
that
it
were
doesn't
like,
always. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're still funny.
I grew up with
Right.
people that are like really funny, and without having to like sort of do that kind of thing, but often what it translates to is like it's like you were the kid that was willing to make like say the word balls, you
Right.
know, or you were the kid willing to say like really like vulgar words in front of the kids,
Like a Tom
'cause
Green
this is-
type of person.
versus like you were like really creative and had like a lot of funny things to say, right?
Yeah.
I've seen it go both ways.
Also, kids are stupid. So.
Yeah.
But with that said, I know I will say, Aaron, you are actually really, really strong on stage, and a lot of people have been impressed by you.
I want to
Thank
see it.
you.
one day.
And what
We'll
I've
come to a
said,
show.
what I've said to my other improv colleagues is like with a little bit of just like the understanding of like the foundations of like improv, you would be great.
Yeah. I mean, I really do enjoy improv. Genuinely, it's so much fun. And I think there's a lot of really funny people on the group or in the group.
But yeah, I don't. Well, yeah. Just to go back to that, like I don't say that to a lot of people.
Thank you. Well,
Wow.
shit. Are we doing
Wow.
a bit or what's happening?
Wow. That's
But I mean it.
all
But I mean
Aaron.
it. But I mean it. But I mean it. No, seriously.
James is romantic.
James, I'm free on Valentine's Day. It turns out. Wait. Okay. We
Hey,
gotta move
Selena,
on.
about your Valentine's Day plans, let me know.
Oh wait, no. So I think we should move on to this next one, which was mixing alcohol.
Okay,
James,
yeah.
what's
Okay,
your
so
hot
right
take?
now we're drinking makgeolli And we had
tequila
the
and
shot.
beer.
Yeah, we had shots of tequila and then beer as well.
Take a sip of beer. So you
no,
say
I'm
that.
not doing beer. But we're wondering whether we were just talking before the pod, like, is mixing alcohol, the idea of mixing alcohol being bad?
Here's
like,
my take.
True.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
Let's say you had one kind of alcohol night and you had that same drink, 4 or 5 drinks. That's like, and you're buzzed and you're good, but you're not drinking too much. You can go to bed and you'll wake up okay. You'll be like, oh, I didn't mix, thank God, right? Now imagine if you mixed 4 things and you had 2 or 3. Yeah, you had 2
4
beers.
different drinks. Yeah,
You
in
had
one
2
night.
makolis.
Yeah.
You had 2 shots. You had 2, and then you had like 3 glasses of wine. Now you're at like double that original amount of alcohol you would have consumed with that one drink. Now you're at 9 to 10 drinks.
Okay.
It's not a matter of you mix. That was you're like, oh man, I should have mixed. No, you shouldn't have had 9 to 14 drinks.
That's what I think. Is like you're
That's
when
my
because
thinking.
in those instances where you're on those nights where you're mixing alcohol, you're probably just drinking a lot.
Way too much. Yeah.
You know,
And
like you
also
start the night off
dehydrating yourself
and dehydrating
way
yourself. You're
faster.
starting the night off with beer, and then like as your friends arrive, you take shots because it's like the mood and the vibe, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna go back to beer, and then maybe someone brings
the
like another
problem-
type of liquor.
The problem isn't mixing alcohol.
It's just drinking a lot.
It's alcohol.
No, it's alcohol, and it's
just
It's just that when you mix
the volume,
drinks,
yeah.
you might end up drinking more because you're trying a bunch of different things in like large quantities. Whereas if you're like, I'm gonna stick to one thing, and then you're sipping on the same, and you know what? If that's a technique that you want to like not get too messed up, I respect that, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm still, but you know what? Maybe there is some science to mixing that
think
I'm not
there
aware
is.
of.
Well,
So-
for
for me, I
example,
don't think there is, but
Yeah, I completely subscribe to the like mixing is bad theory, and I feel like I get worse hangovers from like certain types of alcohol, right? So if, for example, I were to start the night out drinking beer, and then like mix in like whiskey, tequila, and makgeolli, like that's just a recipe for disaster.
That goes back
You
to
know?
you start with 4 beers.
You're right,
And then you're like 2
Yeah.
whiskeys,
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
2
2
tequilas,
bung
and
rips,
2
and one
makgeollis, and now
cheeseburger.
you're at 10
Right.
drinks.
And I've been known to indulge.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Well, that's
I mean,
what
we've
I'm
all
saying.
But-
seen Jay
but-
drunk.
But
Take
like,
10 shots of tequila and
No.
let me know how you feel the next day.
But personally, I feel like if I were to take 10 shots of
was
tequila
me
in
on
one
my
night
birthday.
and just do 10 shots of tequila versus 10 shots of whiskey, I'd feel a lot different.
Would you like to approach
next
this
day.
scientifically?
Interesting.
no,
Would
we
you be
have to.
interested?
We have to do this scientifically.
Okay, yeah.
Now we're
We might have
on
to-
the
Okay,
books.
next week we're gonna do 5 shots of one different alcohol per shot.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna follow it up the next day with 5
With
shots of the
5
same.
shots.
Wait, we
And
went
then
from
the
10 to
next-
5.
Huh?
We went from 10 to 5.
Well, I think just 5 is
Yeah.
a good number.
oh, 10,
But then,
not
yeah,
bad.
the third
10's hardcore.
the third will be
Yeah.
mixing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one of my
scientific-
friends, one of our friends, Justin, challenged, because I'm a tequila magician, right? It's like my fucking Instagram name. And he was like, he didn't believe that I could drink as much tequila as my name would, suggest.
Okay.
And I drank literally 90% of a bottle of tequila by myself with Justin.
you didn't.
Justin just kept pouring shots.
No, you didn't.
I think I drank 15 shots. Yeah.
And what happened?
I was totally fine.
No, you
yes,
weren't.
I was. It was insane.
I did that in college. And I
That-
don't-
Which was how many years ago?
But over how many hours?
Honestly, I think Justin would corroborate this. An hour and a half.
No, I don't
fucking
believe
way.
that. I don't believe
We're
that.
calling bullshit. We're
No,
calling
yeah, I'm
bullshit.
calling-
I'm
Yes.
gonna soundbite
believe
this,
that.
send it to him, and I'm gonna like edit his. We're gonna get a voice memo back, and we're gonna put it right here
That
with his
is-
recollection.
Scientifically,
We'll
okay,
also
we'll
have
see.
to recreate that. And
Yeah,
I can't do it now.
but like another night.
Okay, sure.
I say this as
Like,
someone
I
who
wanna see
like
that.
Yeah.
I mix all the time,
Yeah, I feel like
but yeah, for me it's like, am I drinking? It's more like how little sleep did I get? How much did I drink? How little did I eat?
I mean that's also such a huge factor. It's
Yeah.
like there's so many other factors that go into
My
like, how
factors-
drunk you get and how bad the hangover is.
Yeah, my factor is sleep, food, and quantity.
Right.
Not in that order, but just in
Right.
general.
Dude,
Yeah.
we have to move on to the next topic, but I'll just depart with this. I wake up with really crazy anxiety after I drink these days, unless I keep it to one alcohol.
Oh my God.
Like if I mix, I wake up with anxiety. It's
No,
super
I wake
weird.
up
I have a solution
very
to that.
like I get panic attacks and I get depressed.
Is it Xanax?
No, it's God. So taurine, the stuff that they put in like Red Bulls. People think it's an energy thing. It's actually it's an amino acid. It's like a base of a protein. So it's like in food, right?
Just
But in
like
your
a
brain,
vitamin
it's
or something.
It's like a well, vitamins and then there's minerals, right? This is like sort of close to that mineral acid, but it's an amino acid, so it's like a protein. And I take it when I drink sometimes. I should have brought some. I could get real deep into this, but basically like when you're really anxious after drinking, that's because your GABA is low. Taurine is I don't know if it's like I think it's like GABAergic or something, or I don't think it's a GABA analog, but anyways, it has some sort of function in which it
all
helps increase the amount of GABA in your
Mr.
brain.
Scientist, speak to us in a language we can understand.
No, anxiety after you drink is like the natural response to when you overdrink, because when you drink, your entire system gets thrown off and your body is just fighting to get back to your
Yeah.
normal state.
No, it's
right?
true. It's true. It's
and
true.
alcohol is a depressant as well.
Yeah.
So you're extremely lacking in like serotonin and all those other like
And
what do you
GABA.
call it? And whatever. I've never heard of that. But you know, so your body's
That makes
literally
sense.
fighting to like get that back.
No, like, I mean-
And as you can add that back into your brain, and you feel way better.
Got it.
I do it. I recommend it. I highlight. It's also good for your liver.
GABA. Good for your liver.
For me, the anxiety comes from like if I had blacked out the night before.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
What did I
what-
say?
That's
I
a
don't know
different
what-
anxiety
yeah.
for sure.
That's a
That's a
different-
J
I don't know how much.
anxiety.
I don't know how much GABA or
Facts,
yeah.
though.
Gamma or
Facts.
whatever the fuck.
100%.
Facts.
Yeah, you're like,
Right.
what did I
Yeah.
look like?
Or like,
what did I
they get upset?
say?
Yeah,
Yes.
from that one thing. Like, basically, you wake up being like, "Am I like a degree less in their eyes?"
No, like
as
when
a
I
human
threw up
being?
in your bathroom, I was like, "Oh, Aaron's like, I can't ever
Dude,
go back."
the funny
there.
thing about that, Sals, is that I think you had told us like, "Oh, I threw up," but I was so drunk, and then next day, I walked in the bathroom and I was like,
no.
"Someone threw up in here."
No,
Yeah.
I thought I cleaned it.
No, you know what it
You
was?
threw up?
There was
Yeah.
barf behind the toilet.
Oh my god, I thought I cleaned it because I have a memory of like wiping behind the
Yeah.
toilet.
I
Oh my
threw
god,
up last
that's
night
so-
Oh shit!
for the first time in years.
Damn.
Oh my god, I'm like,
Guys,
I don't wanna talk
wanna
about
jinx
it.
anything. I've never thrown up from drinking alcohol.
I've only done it
It's
one
crazy.
other time.
Yeah.
This person keeps calling me.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Pick it up and put it on speakerphone.
Can I invite Sam and Amy?
안녕하십니까. 여기는 서울에 위치한 YDI이며 전화번호는 02.
Oh fuck you!
They call me twice a day.
Robo call.
Twice a day. Oh, actually, I should block the number.
Yeah.
I'm
If
so
it's the same
dumb.
one, yeah.
Do we got anything else? Let's see. Tinder swindler. Oh, hey, should we guess what Celine does in her free time?
Oh,
This is not. I don't know why.
dog resorts.
Everyone is like
We're just curious.
curious.
I'd say
Is it because?
pictures of your cat and dog takes up, I would say, 80% of your free time. Like just taking pictures of them.
Yeah.
I think Celine works a
Wholesome
lot.
ass
Celine's a
content.
hard worker.
That's great.
She is a hard
Okay.
worker. Yeah.
Hard worker. Number two,
But she doesn't deal with stress in a healthy way.
Who said
I
that?
don't know. That's my diagnosis.
No,
I'm technically your coworker, Celine. I'm allowed to say that.
I think I deal with it. I don't have any bad habits. I will say. I don't drink. I don't.
Well, except for that
smoke,
one
I
thing
don't
you do.
Have unprotected sex.
hell yeah.
Right. You started having protected sex, finally. James, don't fucking give her a high five on that.
But no, yeah,
What's
I
wrong
get
with
very
staying
I
safe?
get stressed easily.
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I also can like forget about it easily too.
It's very INFJ of you.
But yeah. But what I do in my free time, what everyone else does in their free time.
What
You know?
does everyone else do?
Yeah, what does
in their
everyone
free
do in
time?
their free time?
Yeah.
I read books.
Yeah,
What-
I
what-
do too.
I know
What
you do.
free time?
Oh damn.
Oh,
Got 'em.
damn.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you got a lot on your plate these days.
I honestly, it's I don't want to talk about it.
Got
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
Well, let's see. Okay, so I guess we didn't decide what Celine does in her free time. Oh,
I watched the Tinder Swindler.
We'll conclude on
yesterday.
that. We'll conclude on your Tinder Swindler. Tell us like a brief overview of what
So
it
good.
is.
Well, it's about, and I actually heard about this guy before, but it's about this man who basically was like a con artist, where he like met women on Tinder, and these women funded his like extravagant, luxurious
And
lifestyle.
was he super hot or something? Could you vouch? Okay, no.
I mean, like, I guess some people would be like, he just, okay, if you imagine con man, Google con man,
No, I
he
already
comes
got it.
up.
I already got it.
Yeah,
It's
he's-
Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. Done.
I haven't seen that, but
Great movie.
Great,
Frank Abagnale.
great.
you know,
Yeah,
he's
Frank
wearing skinny jeans, a Gucci sweater.
Okay, so the intern just drew this up for us.
He's in
Wait.
a suit.
Half of these are just fucking. Is this really him? No.
He has hair like
I
that.
let him con
but
me
no,
for
that's
sure.
Not,
Yeah, he looks kind
you
of
will let that man con you.
interesting.
But
Listen.
he just looks like a typical con man. But like the whole thing that's fascinating is because he meets these women on Tinder, forges a really intense relationship with them from day one, and like makes them feel very special and loved, and the whole thing. And then these women think that they're like about to marry this guy, and also they're amazed because he's like a fucking billionaire, or that's how he presents
he
himself.
tells them he's a
That
billionaire.
he's the son of a diamond magnate or something like that.
Oh wow.
And he's a CEO of his father's diamond company, and flies him around everywhere on private jets. Their first dates are always at like 5-star hotels, like the whole thing. And then he's literally just a con man. That's all that he does.
Does he pay for those meals?
No other women are paying for his shit because
So it's like a
he has-
Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
Ponzi
Ponzi
scheme. He has
scheme.
all these women
I see.
who are opening up new credit cards,
It's social capitalism.
raising their credit limits, taking out loans,
Oh, no.
giving him the cash.
He's hot. He's
No,
hot.
he's not hot.
He's hot.
He's handsome.
That's a
Yeah,
good
he's a
photo.
handsome- he's a
That's a
handsome
good
dude.
photo, but he's disgusting.
Uh-huh.
He's also okay.
He's
I have
too
nothing
skinny.
against skinny or short people, but he's tiny.
Skinny and short.
He is tiny, and he just his hair, and I'm not into that. I know some women would be into that, but
So the intern just said he's a cheap Tony Stark,
yeah,
which
and
kind of
also
makes sense.
His Instagram was like all, him on a private jet, him at the Four Seasons, him like poolside, him
So then, are you saying that you feel sorry for this woman for falling victim to a
Yes.
douchebag? Because I mean, he made it pretty clear he's a fucking piece of shit.
no, because he treated these women like queens from the get go.
Oh, that makes me want to talk about this
That's
one topic
what's
we didn't
so
talk about.
sad. What?
Just the slang of like calling someone queen or king.
Oh yeah.
But we don't have to get into it. It's a
Yeah.
whole stupid thing. But so anyway, so would you recommend the
so
show?
sad.
Would you recommend the show to people
Yeah.
who want to learn about the dangers of
The
online
documentary is good.
Got it.
It's really good.
dating? Has anyone ever been
It's fun.
sagekund from online dating or by an online date?
One of the first Tinder dates I went on was just for a dinner party, and I thought it was really funny, so I went, and it was really funny. And it was great.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like a cult or something.
Or ever met anyone who totally did not look like what they were in the photos?
I know what to look
Yeah.
for in that. I used to edit. I used to be a photo editor.
Yeah. I feel like women know a little bit more instinctively,
It's about
right?
it's about the angles.
Angles, yeah.
And-
Angles and it's always about the face. You look at the face.
You know, I one time recently I would match with a Tinder profile. The name was 2+2, and then the description was looking for a fifth.
Okay.
And they matched with me. I didn't even know I swiped right, to be honest. I don't use Tinder that often, but in this instance it happened. And I thought it was so funny. I was like, when are tryouts?
Not a bad lead in. Yeah.
Never responded.
Got it.
I think I was too late to the draw. I responded like a few. I didn't know I'd match with it. I don't. Yeah, and so I matched.
Amazing.
I responded a few days late.
Wait. Also, do you think that 2+2 looking for a fifth was a Radiohead reference?
I have no idea.
Guys, Radiohead?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, who's that?
Man, I feel like we could close it out with a way harder of a banger. Oh, Jay, want to tell us about your... I'm kidding. You don't have to tell us about your date. Unless you want to. Tell us about your date. Just tell us if you'd smash.
Oh my god.
Did you touch butts?
Did you touch butts?
No.
So you
Not
touched-
yet.
You touched fronts.
Next topic.
No,
Thank you
gotta
guys
say
so
next
much.
episode. Next episode. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Thank you, James.
This has been the side dish.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of the Side Dish Podcast. Please like and subscribe. Obviously, want to thank James for being on the show.
Yeah,
It was
thank
so
you.
much fun
My
having you
pleasure.
here. We'll
My
have you
pleasure.
again. And that's it pretty much. Thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Outro music.